Did I leave Jen in detention right now or no?
What?
I,
Why?
I think you'll get a pass. We'll go ahead and let you out. Whoop, there we go.
Yay!
Nice.
Welcome everyone to episode 99 of Detention, the Ioth Academy after show. Which one of my incredible cast consisting of Crowan and Lemon Kiwi feels like giving the recap for some sweet, sweet inspo?
I need that Rizspo.
You need it? You got this?
I need the Rizspo
All right,
for the third week like, to get you out of this. Oh shit! That actually requires remembering what happened.
That is true.
Wait, okay, you do it. I forgot.
What the?
I forgot everything.
All right, now you're going into detention.
No.
Oh, true. All right. So on episode 99 of Ioth Academy, what had happened was, well, kind of like to hear, this was kind of the calm before the storm of rescuing the sage, where first Mason couldn't dodge the meeting with Elnal for any longer. Finally went up to the headmaster's office and essentially talked about how Elnal was preparing some refugee camp kind of rescue stuff, making sure that they're all going to be good. Actually using some Ioth Academy resources to help out, like the Kizjan and Sventisco had wanted before. But had summoned Mason there specifically to tell Mason that they should go take a trip back to the Oryx tribe to kind of figure out the dealings of what is actually going on with Imago, the Mirror Keeper, and Mason, and how that all turned out so long ago, and why it's kind of maybe on a bit of a back burner right now, but try to find it out before it becomes a problem. Also, Mason mentioned that maybe you could try to locate the mentor that was lost so many years ago during the attacks of Knights of Terra Nimbus. But the focus for now should be on the Sage thing, so just go prep for that, because the Oryx trip is going to be in a month and a half during the holiday of Oryx. During that time, Garnet met with her mom, Marisant, as well, which both of them seem to be kind of nervous for that meeting at the start of it. And Marisant asked Garnet how she'd been getting along with Pavam. Garnet said neither of them were really, kind of into that whole betrayal thing from her perspective. She wanted to, accomplish some other things, maybe be be queen or be archmage or priest king, was it? Yeah, priest queen. And yeah, just wanted her accomplishments attributed to her and not, some other dude. Talked about the Dune Riders' involvement in it, being afflicted by a void corruption a little bit, and some more family history, Garnet's future, stuff like that. Garnet had mentioned as well their discussion with Sventisco and making amends with the Athalor tribe in Brontha. Maybe some other things, but that's most of the conversation. And then they Mason and Garnet meet back up a bit later, spilled the tea to each other about what all had transpired there. Heard a couple rumors as well after that. One that Athalor's dad has been kind of forced onto medical leave, forced away from his duties in Onderud. Multiple wardens were severely injured as well, we had heard. And we were called into the war room with Untermaler and some others, where Untermaler said that Ithgos has taken over the Dark Academy. And that's where the wardens and battle mages learned were injured when they were trying to rescue a spy that was on the inside in Dark Academy. The spy lived. Other students that had fled to the Dark Academy originally had now fled now that Ithgos took it over. Essentially that meeting, Mason and Garnet talked about it a little bit. Garnet didn't really seem too worried about this whole Ithgos taking over the Dark Academy. Mason a little bit more so, worried about it. But they go back to their rooms, and Garnet finds Cyrus leaving a little gift box to Garnet with a little potion of greater restoration. Garnet had heard back from Anaros with some sending spells about news from Brontha. Had a little meeting. They went to bed. Mason dreamed about a dragon being sent by Raelta by the name of was it Ruin? I don't even remember anymore. Ruinra or something like that. Essentially wanted to help out with the plan to get the sage back. And then the sage would help detangle Athalor from Uncle and kind of stop the hunger That's kind of the end game plan there. But Mason was told to go get Garnet, so slapped awake by the dragon in dream. Kind of rude, honestly. But way the road. Went to Garnet, got some Mardane, microdosed it, went into dream together, and talked it all through. Dragon Wunra gave a couple of scales to them in preparation of the whole save Garnet plan. Then they parted ways, actually went to sleep, and in the morning met with an Aros who was probably shaping up to be an actual date, and Garnet had dragged Mason along, trying to suss out the vibes of, is this a date, is it not? Discovered there was only 2 place settings originally at this little breakfast, but at that point it was too late. And Aros invited him in, said, "Oh, you're welcome here." So yeah, Mason's third wheeling on this little conversation. That's where he left off.
Hey, that's a
Episode
green
9 of
flag.
Academy.
Hey, setting you up, treating you well. That's a green flag right there.
It is. It is. W Riz.
W Riz, actually.
All right, let's kick this off the way we normally do, doing stars and wishes for all 3 of us. And because Crowan just gave the recap, I'm gonna kick this over to Lemon Kiwi.
Oh shit. Stores. The mom convo was cool. I was expecting that to pop up eventually. I thought that was gonna be because of the Anaros report. Turns out she was just thinking about it. Or I don't know what sparked it. And wishes. Don't know. I don't have wishes. Less war shit. There's always war.
War
Less
crimes.
war shit. That's been the topic of conversation recently, war and dating. Crowan, what about you? Stars and wishes.
Oh, honestly, I think the setup of talking about the whole like Garnet date life thing, and then to the ending being yeah, this may be a date, but it's maybe not anymore. Just the ending I think was too funny. But for wishes, probably seeing how exactly, like, I would love for Unra to, fuck with the Herald, but actually have that be like a conflict that is maybe like set up here, but actually goes further into the future as well with them two, because I guess they're both like big like dream creatures, I suppose, like Herald being dream person and Unra just being able to be like the dream dragon, I guess, or something. So yeah, a little distraction now, but like an actual big fight between them, or in the future. I think that'd be cool.
So you're saying you want the action figures experience? That's what I'm hearing right now.
Or at least for them to be a part of it, I think, because it would make sense thematically.
All right. So for me, stars and wishes, I don't know. I know that this was I'm not going to say filler because stuff happened, but like we can't advance the Sage plot without leg day. And so the bants were just really good. I always enjoy it when I sort of set the table and the 2 of you are the one, and like the party just eats and I can just sit back and let things go. I always super enjoy that. For wishes, I'm hoping to move the timeline along so that we can get to seeing Mason's homeland and some other things. Ending the school year, not that you haven't had all the field trips. Remember when we were excited about field trips? And then we like went everywhere and did everything anyways?
Feels like so long ago.
I know.
Unsubscribing to the Underworld field trip, just like
I'm good. I'm covered. That's completely fine. All right, so I actually got off my ass and grabbed some questions from chat this time because, every so often I do something successfully. So I'm going to make you start by putting Lemon back in detention. And this is a question asked by a particularly recalcitrant member of the community. If you could be a soup, what soup would you be?
I didn't think you're actually gonna ask that.
like me
You
as a
brought this on
person
yourself.
growing.
Let's do
Soup?
both. Let's do your character and let's do you.
I don't know why. I don't have a good answer for this, but the only answer that comes to mind is being from Boston area, clam chowder. That's basically a soup, right? That's a big thing. So
I'm gonna
yeah, just be
count
some
it.
clam chowder.
I'm gonna count it.
Nice.
What
Sick.
about Mason?
Nice tomato bisque.
And
No
what
idea why,
about
but
Alex?
wasn't prepared for this one.
Mhm.
Looks like a French onion kind of guy.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that?
It's just a dark pit of like smelly, difficult to eat. Fucking.
You're not a fan. I see a French onion soup.
I like it, but only if there's a lot of cheese on top. So.
Oh, relatable. Love
You're a
cheese.
cheeseless French onion soup.
That's the worst. Yeah, that's Alex. I'm down.
Cheeseless onion soup. Noted. All right. Lemon, what about you?
Me IRL, I feel like I give off chicken noodle soup vibes of just I'm good for you. That's it.
That's all you
I'm
got
laughing at the
there.
delivery. I'm not
Healthy?
mocking your answer. I'm just laughing at the delivery.
I'm good for you. That's all I can think of. Garnet. I was also gonna say tomato because of like sun-dried tomato because sun and like warm and red and comfortable goes well with other things, but is the best part of a meal. Yeah. We can both be tomato.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. For me, myself personally, I'm gonna go with minestrone.
I
Oh,
bet
yeah.
Athalor would be potato soup because he's thick and kind of bland.
That's
Thick-
fucked up. Catching
thick-
strays like he's not even here.
Thick, like, because the French, when we say someone is thick, it means they're stupid. So not
Right,
thick
right.
like he's a curvy guy, but thick.
Well, that's
like,
if you spell it with two C's, you're talking about body. If you're spelling it with a C and a K, you're saying that are you thick? What's wrong with you?
Are you thick? Exactly. Yeah. Be a
What about
potato.
legs? He's not here to defend himself.
Oh, the leg day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that many other soups.
Yeah.
You think with all the
running
Cooking
dry in my
Channel I
soup
watch.
knowledge. Google different types of soups.
Probably like some cream of broccoli because he's like a gym goer and broccoli is like good for that shit. And the cream matches his hair.
True.
So like some bullshit like a cheddar broccoli because at least cheddar broccoli is good and he's a good person. So
Okay.
see, I can give compliments and insults.
All right. I'm minestrone. Pick one NPC and we'll do their soup.
Ooh.
Untermaler.
Untermaler.
Would be like oxtails. Is that a thing?
That's fucked up. That's
You
fucked
just-
up.
Scrolling my list here, I see beef and barley soup. Like that's an Untermaler kind of thing.
Also fucked up.
Cut them up, yeah. Make them beefy.
For Untermaler, I'm thinking like
Like a chili because he wages war inside of your stomach, makes you shit yourself. It's like
okay,
a-
if chili counts, I was gonna go with chili because it's like tough and flavorful and like it has to be simmered for a long time and he's old and like it's really
Yeah.
nutritious and stuff.
Yeah.
But no, we're just gonna go straight to the gastrointestinal distress. That's fine.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
beans. And the war. I was thinking of what would be a good war inside of your stomach soup.
Mm-hmm. And chili's good for people. Can Sven be pumpkin? Yeah, I think that's fine. Pumpkin soup can be like really, really refreshing, have a lot of flavor in it. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with that.
I don't like pumpkin soup though. So I guess
Do you like Sven? That's been a traditionally,
know.
that's been a, I know you're getting along now, but that's been a thorny situation in the past.
Yeah, go with it.
Okay. How much time was Alex in the void? So,
Good question. Good question.
right. Note the use of the past tense. So 1 round is 1 year.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. And I don't remember where on the calendar. I could go backtrack, and I feel like during the last week I asked about this and somebody pulled it up. So I don't know exactly how many days he was in the void, but let's do some quick maths. So 24 hours times, oh, my calculator's open.
Nice. Math.
How many seconds in a day? 1 day has 86,400 seconds. If we divide 86,400 by 6, every day is 14,400 years. It was multiple days.
Oof.
I'm thinking ballpark like 50,000 years.
Yeah.
We got a new sage on the block. Let's go.
Yeah. The last episode was role played with that in mind.
I found that so hard to like figure out like how
Oh,
you're
same.
supposed to role play. I mean, 5 years was doable. 50,000, you're just a new fucking person.
Yup. Exactly.
Anyways,
Damn.
moving on before we elaborate too much on that. If your character was polymorphed, what would your character like to be?
Like have the abilities or just like look like them? I forgot how that works.
Actually turn into them.
Genie.
Genie?
100%. Yeah, you get to float, have like a cute, sexy, like genie outfit, make wishes come true, be a boss ass bitch, have like little work people under you.
To a certain degree,
it kind of depends on the type of genie. You could end up just being a gigantic fish person.
But I think you're going with Jin, the air genies. Is what
Yeah,
I'm
like the hot ones. Yeah.
The hot ones.
That's entire. Shape of Water has a big audience. That's an entirely
true.
What's the thing I'm looking for? Not arbitrary. Subjective. Crone, what about Mason?
Yeah, are we doing like traditional polymorph stuff or
Well, we already went
anything?
to Genie, so go nuts.
All right, I guess yeah. It's true. The bar was set very high.
I failed to specify. We're here now. Let's run with it.
That's fair. Oh, I mean, being a gold dragon definitely left an impression on Mantra, so there was going wild here. Just polymorphed into a dragon. That was pretty cool, pretty fun for him. So we'd run it back.
All right, now give me Alex.
Current Alex?
Old ass bitch Alex? He wishes he was normal Alex who started
Polymorphed me into me.
My younger version.
Yeah, actually. That's interesting. I don't know. Probably
Merrick or some shit, but less ugly.
Yeah. Wild.
Imagine Merrick is ugly.
He's just old and
Palpatine
pale
vibes.
and cold.
Yeah.
Palpatine. That's who I was thinking of. Yeah.
We'll just go with Snake for now. I think pre voided Alex would just be like, yeah, we are fully wrapped up in the Snake life now.
Snake ideology. Pick
an
NPC and I'll answer as best I can.
I mean, you can pick this one. Pick last.
For what? What was the question?
Just any NPC for gnomes to answer. They'd be polymorphed into something.
What would the sage want to be? Young.
Good question.
Again?
Good question.
Yeah.
It's polymorph for a
As-
wish spell, you know? What are
Oh,
we
Ioth, so she can feel his touch one last time.
Heyo.
No, actually.
No.
Their relationship was complicated. I'm gonna say, if we're going with mundane animals, a nightingale. We're going with supernatural entities. Something that's not a vampire that can take like a mist form, like take a gaseous form, not an undead.
Like
Something along those.
Dracula.
Blah.
Blah.
All right. Unless one of the two of you has something specific that you want to bring up, I want to take things in a slightly different direction.
Go for it.
I want to hear about your first D&D characters.
Interesting.
Let's start with you, Crowan. Tell me about your first D&D character.
I think the first time I'd actually played, it's in like freshman or sophomore year of college. I played like either Pathfinder or 3.5, one of the two. I played a druid. But I think druid's like probably one of my like least favorite classes now, just like thematically wise. But at the time I was really vibing with it. So I was like, oh, I can transform into a bunch of different animals. Like that could be really cool. I honestly don't remember much about that campaign, but I thought just transforming into animals would be pretty sick, and I could do not only cool combat stuff, but like cool like role play, like sneaky behind the scenes stuff too, or be big strong. Just basically thought about druid in a role play fashion in that sense. Yeah.
Lemon, what about you?
That's my first one. Yeah.
Mine was called Neri, and she was a I always play spellcasters, so I think she was a sorcerer. But because I always get away with shit with DMs, she was a sorcerer who could. I had some kind of perk where I could tell the recent future. So I would like get a dice roll, and I'd be able to tell like the future as
Cool.
like a fortune teller. Basically, was my job. But I was a fortune teller for like different army generals, so they would hire me to like tell the future about stuff, and then I was like a valuable person because everyone wanted that shit. But it was cool because I was just kind of like I was a very dumb character that just could read the future, and it was very cool.
Nice.
What about you, Gnomes?
My first character was Timmy the Power Master because I was 5.
Oh my god.
And my mom ran a game of D&D for us. She didn't have the rules. It was very, very just like sketching it together and stuff, but I made a little construction paper character sheet for him. Who I think of when I actually think of my first character is Nestor the Pious. We played one of the classic adventures, The Sinister Secret of Saltmarsh. It was a first edition adventure. And in the back, it had all these pre-made characters. And so my uncle, who was running all of us through it, just sort of said, here, take one of these characters. And I ended up playing Nestor the Pious, who's a cleric. And I was the person who'd read all the rules. Like I was the only one because it was like me and my brothers and sisters playing, and my mom. And so I'd read all the rules, and I was playing a cleric, and we were going to a haunted house. And I knew that clerics could drive out the undead by holding up their holy symbols. So anytime someone was like, okay, I approached the door, I'd immediately yell, I hold up my holy symbol. I was just like the knee jerk the entire time. And so his character, the character was Nestor the Pious, but everyone ended up calling him Nestor the Chicken because he was just constantly like, stay back. And then I made up a deity for him a while later. And then I wrote him into the backstory of my campaign setting because he's canon in Anacra. He's one of the founders of Brontha.
Oh, nice. Lore, Pog.
Behind the scenes shit.
I have a question for Crowan.
What up?
How did the visit of the dragon kind of affect Mason's like self-confidence or like maybe his vision of the future, if it did at all? I was just curious.
Oh, Ruinra?
Yeah.
And the like motivational speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely had some kind of impact. I'm still honest, I'm thinking of like what that'll really kind of manifest into, but he's definitely thinking of things differently now, being like, okay, I've just been like passively like learning stuff at Ioth Academy and I will use it to help people, but does agree with the philosophy that yes, learning more and being more powerful, you can do more good, so that is like objectively like better. if the goal is to help people. So it's like, yeah, maybe there is more to be done in that like learning sense. Even if he does go off with Sventisco or whatever, to always like make sure to like keep trying to study and improve, and specifically with runes, because he does recognize, even though he doesn't think about it very often, that being like a rune child sorcerer is like pretty rare thing. So he has like that inherent talent that he probably should develop more. Yeah, good question.
That's good. I wonder, because hearing from like a super important person that knows a lot of things apparently would be
Yeah.
a mind opener.
Mm-hmm. It definitely like reinforces the things like Garnet was telling him as well before. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, multiple sources of this info. Maybe, you know, yeah.
Like when I tell my wife she's doing a great job, she's like, "Oh, thanks, honey." But then when somebody else tells her, it's like, "You aren't paid to say that, so I actually believe you."
Yeah.
Relatable.
Yeah, we've all been there. Love those questions. Feel free to pop up any more of those that you have right now, and if not, let me know.
Cool.
Your turn.
Yeah.
Or whoever's turn, not my
And
turn.
Alex.
Oh, true. I don't have one right now, but one will come to me, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's fine. If it happens in the next 2 minutes, great. Do either of you have non-D&D tabletop games that you want to try or you want to play?
Oh, actually, so with my home group that I run with, we tried out a few other systems. I think we tried Strike, we tried Invisible Sun, and some other one that I forgot the name of offhand. But Invisible Sun actually was like really cool. It was like pretty complex to get into it. Let me just make sure that's like actually the fucking name of it. I'm not just making
Sounds
it up.
really familiar.
Invisible Sun by Monty Cook Games or whatever. It's definitely like really complicated at first, but as we were like getting towards like the end, we did like a little like mini series of it or whatever. It was actually like really cool, like what you can do in role playing with like their system and stuff. It's very like surreal fantasy, I suppose. It's a kind of way to describe it. Yeah, maybe that one again. Get back into.
I'd either I don't really know a lot of systems, but I'd really love to do like an in-person session one day because I haven't gotten to ever do that. And either like dressing up would be a cool plus, that or like I don't know if this is even possible, but like playing Baldur's Gate, but like as characters like in a party, and then like role playing Baldur's as those characters, but
You
it's
mean
like really
actually
nerdy.
playing the video game, but role playing? Or do you mean...
Yeah, like
Okay.
as like our characters, but in the Baldur's Gate world and setting and story, and like making decisions based on like what our characters would do and stuff. Because you can play co-op, obviously, so that'd be funny.
That'd be sick.
We'd probably all get killed. Like
PvP deployed.
what's that, like Kagra or whatever that druid's bitch's name? Just fucking fireball her instantly. She's so annoying. Holy fuck.
So she shows her face. I'm just like, shut up, please.
Shut up! Oh my god.
They're Cryptoduck has been saying that we need to do in character Amogus for a while.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think we need a few more players. Get a few people, see if we can get Necra. Can you imagine sweet innocent Ariana playing Amogus?
Oh my god. Hey guys, I did all my tasks. I'm cleaning out the leaves, but I don't want to throw out the leaves because they're part of nature.
What? She was the imposter though.
So I'm gonna compost them over here, but you're not doing your task. You're sus.
Yeah, the leaves are dull and composting. Any closing thoughts, remarks?
Okay, figured out a question for 11. So I know it's like the in character Garnet has like these, you know, a bunch of different potential like end goals, but for you as Lemon, like where do you ideally, if you have a kind of thought about this, which I'm would assume you have. Like, where do you want Garnet to end up in, 20 years or something, like way down the line?
That's the thing is like, I guess I don't know because there's just so many scenarios. If I had like a preference on which one I'd like to play, like the evil
Yeah, your
route is
ideal
always
one.
fun. Like of just like basically like I have so many different decision trees, but if things get like really fucked up, like if somebody in the party dies, if like El now dies, like that would be one of those like, you know, go over the edge type of moments where, she would go full corruption and,
Evil Garnet still on the table?
yeah, it's kind of like we're just barely healing over trauma and we're just barely believing life can be good. So definitely we're trending in the positive direction right now. But like if anything were to happen to the party, it would reemerge the bad thoughts.
If you could pick, would you like want something like that to happen to Garnet or no?
I don't want anybody. I mean, what would cause that to happen would be horrible. Like it would be like again, like one of your characters dying, which would like make me so fucking sad. For one, you losing another character, and two,
I'm used to it
like
at this point.
Athalor is just so beloved, and same thing with
Yeah.
El now. I think I would be IRL so fucking sad if something happened to El now that I think like how I would IRL feel would just transcend into my character, and then like. Yeah, I obviously don't wanna go that route because I like playing this character with the party, and I know that,
Mhm.
like, going full evil means, like, separating away, so it's like to play the to that whole side of the character is really interesting, like, battling with different ideas and emotions and dark stuff and, being depressed and whatever is, like, is an interesting psychological dilemma. In terms of actually role playing, it's not fun for the party, so it's like I am doing the whole priest king route would be the most fun RP thing I would wanna
Mhm.
do, but, like, as a character, like, the psychological development of the character, like, the evil route is most interesting.
Okay.
How about you for Mantra or Alex?
Oh, for Mantra, I think actually just getting to be pretty basically being like a kind of like folk hero, I suppose. Being renowned for like um being able to use this like rune magic very like, oh, it's like no one's ever heard of that, but oh yeah, this mantra or mason person can do all this stuff and help out a bunch, and just like kind of like going around the world just helping out people, being that kind of folk hero, I think.
You're like a
um
solo? Going off solo?
Um, Probably not like full solo, like would be with Sventisco, I suppose. For a lot of it, would probably like go help out some other people or something. Like maybe their paths would diverge a little bit, but come back to each other. But yeah, probably with Sventisco and just whoever he meets. For Alex right now, honestly, no fucking idea, no clue. And I think to say honestly would be spoilers, so I won't.
Yeah, I figured. Alive, how about that? Just
Yeah,
hopefully
honestly,
alive.
alive, yeah, powerful,
Mhm.
a force of the world,
Slay.
antagonist.
A mover on the world stage. Speaking of the world stage, Lemon, less war was your wish. More what?
Oh, I think and it's nothing wrong with, like, the geopolitical stuff. I think we just are characters that have no we
Mhm.
have to invoke. I feel pushed to invoke a lot of god powers and do a bunch of big shit when I feel like if there were like smaller, more manageable problems, we could use more of our like actual classes
The
to
actual kit. Mhm.
because now I'm like, oh my god, here's two other big countries that are literally like quadruple the size of Ioth trying to invade us, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do about all that.
Well,
So
that's what I'm hoping is it won't be like, okay, kids, it's your job to destroy Ithgos.
yeah,
It'll
that's kind
be
of the
more
vibe
like,
I'm getting, and I'm like, oh fuck, I just blew a
no,
hole
it's
in the
it's not your
praxis.
job to destroy Ithgos. It is your job to say, hey, if you come up with an idea about the Dark Academy, the grown-ups want to hear it. If you have political ties to one of these countries, they're going to drag you into it with the Dune Riders thing. But like blowing up Praxis, I don't see that as the direction the campaign takes
Oh,
from now
okay.
on. They have armies and people for that. It's just a thing that's going to be happening. Which is honestly one of the things Elna has been trying to get through to Garnet is that you don't have to blow up everybody There's other people who can blow people up.
Yeah, I think after Diffraxis, it's very much like, why don't we just wait here and see?
Mhm.
Because, yeah, I wish all the mountains and the forest feels like we're well protected, plus the dome and all that. But
Yeah. Oh no, the likelihood that you're just, in 3 episodes there's going to be an army at your gate is extremely unlikely. And even if an army showed
Oh.
up, you have the wardens and stuff. It wouldn't be like, okay, you 3, go fight that army.
Extremely unlikely, but not impossible. Gotta keep us on our toes.
You remember when Terra Nimbus attacked, and you like
Mhm.
there was
and they're all here, yeah.
like they're all here, but then you guys had specific things you were doing in there. It'd be like that.
Mhm.
It'd be
Oh,
like-
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, just more manageable stuff on a smaller scale, like
little dungeon
finding a
crawl.
spy or
Mhm.
getting the sage out of I guess it's a big situation, but it's a
But it's a small
manageable
plot
one.
line. It's a plot line about your characters and things that matter to your characters and things your characters can do without cheating.
Yeah. Or if there was a more of a direction than, oh no, Ith Ghost is coming. Like if it was like, okay, we've identified like General whoever the fuck, and we need to find out this, or like, hey, I guess we know that Dark Academy is taken over.
Mhm.
But maybe if the adults had more of a like, here's what we need you to do, or help us
They
figure out
have no idea
specifically.
yet. They have no
Okay,
idea
I
yet.
figured. 'Cause
This
I'm
is the
just like, I
new
don't know what you want
yeah.
from me. I'm gonna go back to class though.
It's basically like, look, you've been dragged into all this grown-up stuff, so we're gonna keep you in the loop on the grown-up stuff. And now there's gonna be this tension of people being like, no, maybe you should like let them school, even though they're weapons of mass destruction, versus no, we need them over here. I think there's gonna be some back and forth on that.
Mhm.
All right. I took us overtime by blathering on. So
You
I
go to
think
detention.
actually I think I have that button.
You have a button
Let me
for
just
that?
make sure. Yes. Yes. I will put myself in detention, and I will put a tinfoil hat on Lemon for no adequately explained reason. And we will all see you next
It's our
time.
school now.